So what should investors be thinking about when they're trying to access private equity?
First and foremost, the fact that no two investors and no two investor types are exactly alike. And therefore, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to investing in the private equity market. Second, I think investors need to recognize that there are a number of different challenges associated with accessing the private equity market. The market's become increasingly global and complex over time as we've seen a proliferation of the number of managers and strategies over the years. But there's also a number of challenges associated with the right access to managers, to deal flow, to the data and information to inform your decision making, and the complete private equity toolkit to successfully build private equity portfolios.
And I think that growth and increased complexity means that an investor needs strong specialized market coverage to be able to build a high quality private equity portfolio. And I don't mean just coverage from a size and scale standpoint, but it's really the breadth and depth, whether that's on the ground, local presence, to understand the local trends and opportunity set in a certain market.
Yeah, I think the breadth and depth point you make is an important one. It allows us to tailor recommendations to a particular client's objectives and constraints, but it also allows them to build confidence and certainty in the decisions that they make for their portfolio. And that's just a healthy dynamic between us and our ultimate investors.
So Lindsay, why is StepStone positioned to be the partner of choice for private market solutions globally?
Well, I think the ability to leverage a very active, very global player like StepStone allows an investor who may be resource constrained from a team standpoint, they may be operating out of a single office or a single geography, to be able to cover the market in a very efficient and effective manner. And StepStone sits at the center of the private markets ecosystem. We're one of the largest allocators in the asset class, and that's across size, sector, strategy. And we also, given that position, we have a distinct information advantage, an information advantage that in the public equity markets is very hard, if not impossible to have. But where we sit in private markets, we have a distinct advantage.
Yeah, everyone in our industry has a database, but if you compare the breadth, depth, and granularity and the user interfaces of that database and the quality of the underlying data, that is the distinction. And I think that is a really special tool that we have available to clients.
The quality is one of the key differentiators. Yes, we have a tremendous amount of data, but it's the quality of the data, meaning it's not just high-level, fund-level information. This is data coming directly from general partners, directly from underlying portfolio companies. So we have information around operating statistics, cash flow metrics, so real detail that we can then, as you noted, build tools and analytics on top of to integrate into our investment processes and make us better decision makers.
So what do you think our clients would say about StepStone today?
I think they'd say we're solutions oriented. I mean, one of the founding tenets of StepStone was the recognition that no two investors are alike. They have different goals and objectives and different risk profiles and challenges and constraints. So I think we first listen to our clients, then we go to our full toolkit to be able to build a customized solution for them. And that could be across primaries, secondaries, co-investments, or a mix of all three.
I also think that they would say that we publish more thoughtful research, broader, deeper, more granular. We have a larger database that's more accessible and user-friendly, and we enable them to have more confidence in the decisions that they make from an investment perspective. And frankly, that allows us the right to grow with them.